guys, so I thought I would pop in here to give a few tips to the majority of you who think that you have to like go out of your way, or losing weight is too hard, or you think that the only way to lose weight is by going on Weight Watchers or Jenny Craig or something like that, or you're looking for like a magic pill or something, a quick fix, but it doesn't work that way. The best way for like if it's not something you can sustain in the long term, and think about what's going to happen after the diet, then why do it? Like, there are people who get gastric sleeve, for example. They don't learn the habits of healthy eating. Yeah, okay, they'll lose a shit ton of weight in the short term, but they haven't learned the habits to sustain that weight loss afterwards. So you see a lot of the time, they just end up putting that weight back on plus more. And the same goes for anything else, really. Like, after The Biggest Loser, for example, like, the reason they regained the weight so fast was because they were put back into the environment that got them to where they were in the first place. And they were put back into the same habits. And they weren't, like, taught about the basics of food. They weren't taught about the basics of behavior. They weren't taught, like, anything about energy, like energy intake, energy output, stuff like that. And a lot of the time, for a majority of people who aren't trying to get stage lean, or for people who just want to look good naked and they don't know how to eat, a lot of the time you don't actually need to eat less. You don't need to eat less whatsoever. There are so many times where I ask my girls, okay, so how do you cook your foods? Oh, I fry it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. How much oil do you put in it? They're like, I don't know, I just open the thing and I pour it in just like that. I'm like, 2 tablespoons of oil, or 1 tablespoon of oil could easily add 300 calories to, like, I'm talking about 2 tablespoons, because a lot of people would be putting 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil in their food. That would easily be adding around 300 calories to your food. And, like, that's not really adding any food volume to the plate. You're taking away calories. Like, there was a post in my group by the girls the other day. She took a photo of this MCT oil at the shop, and she's like, what the hell is this hype all about? Like it wasn't even because it said MCT oil on it. It's because on the actual MCT bottle itself, it had, what did it have? I have it open here somewhere. I'll find it. It had, give me a kickstart, energy booster, open image in new tab. 1 second. Oh, here it is. Supports a ketogenic diet, natural fuel for brain and body, and they just really hyped up the product on the actual bottle itself. And she asked the group, what do you think about this? And then someone's just like, and it's like, for the general population, they could fall for fads. They could fall for fads like that. Like, they aren't aware of the fact that there are, like, people can lie to you, or, like, a product can lie to you. And because there are so many people that just want the quick fix, or they're so emotionally attached to their goals, logic usually just gets thrown out the window. And something I try to say all the time is logic over emotion. And it's something my coach tells me as well, logic over emotion. But when you're, like, especially the way we're brought up these days, it's not even specific to females. It's like a culture on its own to just, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, the whole notion of you need to look a certain way, social media, perfect, imperfect, like, all these terms is just jargon that's, like, some type of socio-culture, which is the way that we learnt it at school. And, like, people don't realize that is actually adding in, I'm blubbering on, I'm going to get to the point. That is actually adding in fat calories to your food, where you could easily have added in, like, an avocado for lunch and actually feel a little fuller, or had an extra egg for breakfast, or peanut butter as a snack on some rice cakes. Like, that 300 calories could have got put to use with a tablespoon of peanut butter on like 2 rice cakes or something, or a slice of bread. Like, it's about choice, and you need to be able to weigh up your options and choose what you would rather forego in order to have something else. And the girl that posted this said, oh, I have a feeling this means substituting for my peanut butter, and there's no way I'm doing that. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much that's kind of how it works. Like, you can lose weight without eating less. Just change the way you're cooking. Like, if you get those air fryers, if you get an air fryer, that will save you so many calories. If you're so used to cooking in oils, you don't even have to eat less. You just cook differently and shabam, you're eating less calories. That's going to lead to a good start to your weight loss. And another one could be, look to your drinks. Are you drinking your milk? Are you drinking your coffee with sugar? Replace that for artificial sweeteners. If you don't like plain artificial sweeteners, get stevia drops that are flavored. I love the ones from My Protein, and I love the ones from iHerb. I flavor my coffee with that. I don't use sugar, and I've not used sugar in forever. Soft drinks, get the diet version. Cordials, get the diet version. Like, alcohol, minimize it. Like, you are allowed to still have fun, and there's no real diet option for alcohol, but a lot of other things do have diet alternatives, or lighter alternatives than what you're having. Milk, go from full cream milk to skim milk, to unsweetened almond milk even. Full fat dairy, just make it all low fat, non-fat dairy. Like, there are so many options that you can implement where you're not really decreasing the volume of food that you're eating. And then you hear these people saying, eat more, lose weight. Yeah, you can do that too. Instead of eating 100 grams of rice, you could be eating 300 grams of veggies, and that would still be less than 100 grams of rice. And that is more food. So it really comes into choices, to balancing things up, to planning out your week so that you don't get cravings, because the worst thing you can do is cut out foods you enjoy and then end up craving them. There we go.